All right, let's make sure we're actually live. And hey guys, people are already here waiting. Welcome to the first Wednesday live stream of 2025. Welcome to the first day of 2025. I'm gonna make sure that, I don't know, just tell me if I'm glitching. I can't be on the Wi-Fi out here because we're so far. Ready and waiting. Okay, so Wednesdays are going to be financial businessy videos. Whether I'm live, if I'm live, I'll be taking questions. So if you have like business questions, come watch every Wednesday, probably noon. I think that will work for me. But I may have scheduled videos that go up as well, things that I work on to kind of educate on small business, selling, influencing, creating content, all the fun things. So I actually have quite a lineup for you guys this year when it comes to business. Hey, Lala Creates. Happy New Year. So did everybody have a good New Year's Eve? Praying for the people in New Orleans. It's just annoying that like life can't be safe everywhere. Happy New Year, everyone. It says waffles and true crime. Yeah, I actually was looking at my Facebook memories, and Dustin and I and the girls were like in the middle of a shooting like 12 years ago, and my memories had popped up about that, and I was like, all right, yeah, we're just gonna like only go to friends' houses. We're not gonna go out in public on New Year's Eve anymore. Like, it's just too crazy out there. So we were just watching like a fireworks show 12 years ago down in Old Sac, and there was a shooting. It was really sad. Like 4 people died. I went to sleep at 11:20, didn't make it till midnight. Happy New Year. We like went and celebrated the New York New Year and with like all of our friends that have smaller kids, and actually their kids are getting really big. It was a lot of people, and we came home and we were like in bed before New Year's, but I knew that there were gonna be, because we're up in the mountains and they can't do fireworks during 4th of July. They go crazy up here for New Year's. And so I'm in Louisiana. We stopped going to New Orleans years ago. Yeah, I mean, it's not the safest place regardless, I've heard. So happy New Year and hello from Canada. Hello. So let's get into the topic today. The topic is what to sell this year. And we launched Shop Auntie Tay a couple months ago, and now it is up to $25 a month to become a seller over there. But with that, you get free Auntie Tay membership access and business membership access. So there will be videos, and I do a weekly live for you guys that I will kind of like challenge you guys and all these things, and we have Zooms and all the stuff. So I just wanted to kind of talk about what sells. I've been doing some like product research and what is selling right now, and I've also compiled my own ideas of just like what I think is gonna do really well this year, and what I think as a crafter you would get the most benefit out of doing, and what you can actually like put some creativity into and not lose like your spark and your passion for creating DIY products that, you know, you spend hours on, and then all of a sudden like you have a bunch of them and nobody's buying them and you're stuck with them and you're trying to figure out what to do with them. So raise your hand if that's you. I signed back up for selling. I thought it might be a lot with my Etsy, but I'm going to try. And you can actually export your Etsy listings and upload them, especially because we don't have any listing fees over on Shop Auntie Tay. You can upload all of them. Say you have like hundreds of listings, you can upload them with the spreadsheet. I don't think Clarita's here right now. I haven't seen her in the comments, but she tested it out and she said that it was pretty easy. But if you do have a lot of listings, we can help you too. If you're like, I have hundreds and I need help, we would definitely love to help you. I want to focus on business to business. Oh, there's Clarita right there. Yeah, so I actually put up a form for my business members on the business member page for you guys to fill out, for me to get to know your business right away, and also for me to figure out your schedule that you want to do Zooms. I'm offering my founding sellers, the one who joined like smaller group settings and trying to figure out Zoom times that work for you guys and for me. And so putting together a schedule in the next week or two for that, and I'll probably be on Zoom like 3 or 4 times a week with you guys, just because I really want to see you guys thrive. I was super excited to see Katie, who has our Creative Sister Paint, jumped on and listed a bunch of her colors for sale. So I'm literally getting ready to paint my cabinets with lavender lace, and I was so excited that she listed, because I was like, now I can tell you guys to go get it if you want that color. I'm just wanting to start a business, so I'm all ears for info too. So this correctly. Yeah, so if you are looking into starting a business and you want the Auntie Tay business membership, you can become a seller on Shop Auntie Tay and you get free access. And I've got a lot of resources if you want to just kind of like brush up and learn some stuff from me. There's a ton of resources out over there. Actually, I just got done kind of like linking old pages and old videos back to our business membership, because we've actually been closed for like a year or longer. And so I made sure all of those resources are on there. And if some of the links aren't working, just be patient. I'm still working on getting them set up. But we have hundreds of like videos and old Zooms that I've done with business members, and like it's just like a plethora of information over there if you want to just deep dive. How much is it? Where do I go to find the resources? So auntietay.com is our membership, and you cannot, that is a crafting membership. ShopAuntieTay.com is a new selling platform, and when you get that, I will give you a free membership to our business membership. It's not, nobody's able to just go join the business membership right now. You can, it's just for my sellers on Shop Auntie Tay, basically. Thank you, Clarita. She put a link for you guys. Not sure why my chats aren't popping up on my dashboard over here. So what to sell? I want to start with my personal favorite, which is kits, craft kits, because there are so many of you guys who I believe can get so creative, like ridiculously creative. I want to see you guys do mixed media and take all of the things we've learned over the years and create something that the average person who just wants to craft can do. And that means if you have a laser, you pre-cut pieces for them. If you have a sublimation printer, you either pre-print stuff for them, or you pre-print it and you put it on fabric and then they get a sewing pattern. I have a few videos coming out about how to create your own patterned sewing patterns with our seamless patterns, which on Monday, you'll see in the newsletter, we just released 3 years of my branding seamless patterns. I'm so excited because we're gonna create like doll clothes out of it and Mickey ears and just tons of stuff. So like you can literally sublimate Mickey ear templates that are just half circles onto fabric and then be like, they are ear kits, but they're your personal sublimated circles on fabric. So you're basically selling a piece of fabric with circles on it, you know, and then it's up to them to put it together. Another thing is if people don't know how to sew, you can pre-sew some of these things. I'm actually working on my line of Mickey ears, which is going to be all Juicy Couture fabrics that I'm just selling the fabric and the template with paper. And then I'm offering my assembly services. If people need them assembled, they can pay me to sew and assemble things for them. Sign up for, why can't I only see it over here? Sign up for Seller to Sell and get free business membership. So if that's, you go to shopping. Yeah, Clarita's great at answering questions, so she is here. But so kits, what I love about kits is what I just said, and then plus you can get crazy creative with your prototypes of what you're gonna create, and then you can prep kits, plus you're buying supplies for creating all of that stuff anyways, so you might as well buy supplies and then split them up, and then that's a benefit to somebody who wants to just purchase one craft. They don't want to go to the craft store and buy a yard of fabric or a quarter yard of fabric because they're making one small little project. So with that, I would say small fun projects that are kind of like out of the box. I love doing keychains. So I did a make and take keychain at Pinner's conference, and there were so many elements to it that somebody, if they were to go to the craft store and want to get all of the pieces we had, they would need to get chain and links and tools and all of these things that they would have to do to assemble just one keychain, and that's not worth it for people. But if I'm creating like 20 at a time and then putting 20 kits on my shop, then it's worth it for me to buy in bulk all the materials needed for keychain making or UV transfers for those. So kits can be extremely fun for you because you really can just elevate the prototype, and then you can go really fun on your packaging and your branding and all of that, because you're not really taking your time out of your time anymore to create the product, but you are creating an experience inside of a product for somebody. And so you can really take that experience and make it fun. And you can take your creativity into the packaging rather than into finishing the project for someone. And so with that, kits like in bulk is the next thing I would say. So marketing things to groups of people, so bundling in them in 3s for a girls' night, bundling them in 5s or 10s for bachelorette parties or for baby shower make and takes. So bundling them together, creating a fun experience for somebody who cannot do it on their own. Maybe they don't have a laser, maybe they don't have a Cricut, maybe they don't have a sublimation printer, maybe they don't have all of the, maybe they only have one thing, and you want to create a craft that needs all of those things because you have invested in those things. So how can you take all of these skills you've done and create this really cool thing that somebody would not be able to just go to the craft store and say, oh, I'm gonna get keychain blanks and I'm gonna get fabric and I'm gonna get all of these things, and not be left with just like a ton of stuff left over. They get everything they need, and then they can throw a little party or host a sleepover with their 10 girls, and you can do your bundles to either be like buildable and like buy one, get your second one half off, and then so on and so forth. Or you can set them up to be like buy 5, get another one free, or I don't know how to, like, you can do custom orders on like, or like a discount if they buy multiple. So marketing it as a group craft, that could look like you gathering a group of people together when you create your prototypes and just taking some pictures of 4 or 5 people doing the craft to give a photo like idea of what your craft is. I love the kit idea, says Jen. Yeah, so that automatically takes your product profit into a higher level if you're marketing as a kit for multiple people. You can up it even higher and do like a party kit. So if you can create something that somebody could actually capitalize on, and say you're like, I'm gonna make 30 of these kits and I'm gonna sell them to somebody who wants to host a craft at an event, and they are gonna charge whatever they're going to charge, they may be able to make some money off of it as well too. So that takes you into a whole nother game, because they're gonna rely on you to create things for them so that they can create an experience and have a good time, and they can host a party, and maybe they want to upcharge it a little bit, or they partner with a restaurant or a bar to offer a like a paint and sip style, but a craft and sip style. So that's something you can definitely up and market and say, okay, I've got, you know, this craft as a make and take for events, and if you want to buy 20, you get them for this price. If you want to buy 30, and then you really are only prepping. You are not creating 30 projects, you are prepping. So that doesn't take long at all. You just have to buy it, separate it, put it into a cute box or bag. And then if you are selling in batches of 20 or 30, you just got to ship one big old box. And how fun is that? Like, plus it's not super expensive for the party that you're selling to, because the party could be splitting the cost between all the people coming to the party as well. So say they have 30 people, they're charging $40 a head for those. They're making a good amount of money. You're making a good amount of money. It's a good fun way for you to not have to ship out 30 products, but not make 30 products, but get to make one really fun project. So you repeat that. You can come up with one cool creative concept and then repeat it and list another one. And then you have 10 really cool party options, and you're good to go. So list those on Shop Auntie Tay, list those on Etsy, list those on michaels.com, on your Shopify's. So all the places you can sell, do that. The next thing I would say is in person. Create these fun things to do in person, where you can do make and takes, or you can do a party, like what I was just saying. So if you want to kind of cut out that middleman and be like, I want to host the party, offer yourself as a host and upcharge even more for that project. And you'll be surprised how much people want to do these fun things. I've been to countless paint and sips where I don't know where the painting is, nor do I want the painting after. But if you can create like a project that people actually want, they will not only come to the event for the experience, but they will also come to the event for a really cool finished project. So kits, in person, questions about those, like I know I'm just kind of like going off, and I will. So I want to kind of take some questions on kits and all of that. So let me know before, well, I'm not necessarily before I jump into the next round of kind of like what I think will sell this year very well. So if there's no questions on that, I'll get back to them if there are. The next thing would be, I really think skills are super important when it comes to DIY world. Anyone and everyone can start just crafting with a glue gun. Yes, we love glue guns, but I think that upping and honing in your skills that you can put into either your finished projects or your kits is going to be game changer. So if you are a cricketer, challenge yourself to learn to cut fabric with it. If you are a laserer, challenge yourself to a new material. Challenge yourself to learning more materials, mastering your machines, mastering your projects, and getting better at them. So that way, when somebody does say, hey, can you do this for me? You're like, absolutely, I know how to embroider. Absolutely, I know how to digitize. Absolutely, I know how to design SVGs for you. And if you don't, you're like, well, I'm an Auntie Tay member, so I do have resources to SVGs, and I know how to master. I've already mastered all my machines. Master sublimation, master all of the things that you are doing, master them and hone in on your skills that get you more skilled than other people. So that way, not other people in the market that are selling, other people in your shopping, people who are shopping from you. We're not trying to compete with people. We're trying to elevate ourselves above our customer, so our customer is finding and receiving value from your services, if that makes sense. So we're never competing with the other sellers. We are always focused on our target audience. We are always focused on what our customer needs and what they want and what they are asking from you. So while always staying true to your target audience as well, though, like who you want to be selling to and who you want to be sticking to. But sometimes they don't know like what they even want. So you're doing that. So many fun ideas, says Brenda. I have been using my business as a for fun business, but I just filled out and have an appointment next week to become an official LLC in my state. That is so good, Jen. I'm so excited for you. Clarita says, I'd love to work with other businesses and create products for businesses or women who own businesses. Okay, Clarita, that is a great segue into the next thing I think sells really well and will continue to sell really well in 2025. Business resources for other small businesses. So if you know somebody who has a business and it has nothing to do with DIY, you can still create really fun things for them to create things for their customers. I love partnering with realtors because you can create home welcome gifts for their clients. Most realtors are not crafty. Not that they're not crafty, but when they're working, they're not putting crafting into their work. So if you can partner, I suggest men mostly because a lot of men are realtor, like not that there's a lot of women realtors too, but I feel like men probably don't have a lot of people in their pocket to grab from to say, hey, can you make custom charcuterie boards for every person who buys a house from me? You can just email your realtors and just say, hey, just so you know, I'm offering this new service. It's a home kit for new home buyers and you get them for this price. Realtors are always wanting to gift. They're making a ton of money off of one house sale. So most of the time they do want to give a gift. And you can even be like, I'm going to make a gift card holder and put it in the basket so they can just do whatever gift card they want. You can take the work out of there and you can get the gift card for them and put it in this cute little presentation basket and you can create that. So that goes in the encompassing realm of small business and big. I don't know where the small business ends and big business starts, but there are realtors and they got money, okay, and they're making money, so they can partner with a handmade artisan to create stuff. If you don't know any realtors, you got to know at least one, and if you do know one, they actually work together because they get commissions off of sending people house sales. So you can actually ask your realtor friends and say, hey, if you know anybody who is also a realtor and you pass me along to them, I'll offer your first basket free to your first one. So that's just one business you can sell to, and there are so many out there. So if you think of a business and then you think of a need, they may need signage for events, tap to pays, like tons of stuff. I know people in the laser world are making so much money just doing signage and social media signs for businesses that are going to vendor events and different things, signage for the back of their booths. So I'm thinking like home and garden shows and all of these businesses like that do all of these trade shows all the time are in need of really cool things. So if you can elevate what they're bringing to their booths and their spaces, then you, like, I don't know if it's worth it to get a booth, but it's worth it to go to events and market yourself. And you could go to a home and garden event and just walk around and say, hey, I noticed you don't have a tap to pay sign with your logo on it. Just so you know, I'm a laser creator and I create signs. Here's my card, or whatever you want to do. So there's ways to find these businesses, and you just have to get creative and you have to put yourself out there. And it doesn't always mean sitting and emailing people. Like, I personally go to Creativation to meet brands in person. I spend the money to fly there so they can see me and I can say, hey, you, I like your stuff. Can I have some to put it in my videos? And it has worked like a charm, honestly, like to the point where I think I'm going to go again. I haven't been in a few years, but I want to go again because there are some brands that I want to schmooze this year. So any questions, comments, concerns, transfers? So we did small business, we did kits. I really love in-person events. I think they are so fun. I think they are just a really, really good way. So we did 2 pinners events, and I'm going to tell you what I learned most from doing those events. One, I got amazing insight from people right then and there. I got to ask questions and say, like, what are you wanting to create? What do you know how to do? Like, I talked to a ton of people who want to start their businesses, and I would ask them, where are you struggling? What is hard for you? Do you know how to make a video? Like, I would just, and then I would deep dive from there, and then I would gather, it's almost like ChatGPT, but in real life with real human beings, and it's not so like creepy. So Happy New Year, Jennifer. I like that. Elevate yourself, your skills. It benefits everyone. Absolutely. So elevate yourself, elevate your skills. It benefits everyone. Love that love that as a saying. Write it down somewhere so you can encourage yourself to keep honing in on your skills. Okay, so small business. What was the other things that, so I actually filmed this video and then I was editing it and I was like, you know what, I'm going to go live with them because that is just how I feel like it's going to be more fun. Have you talked about digital sales on the platform yet? I came in late. I have not. So thank you. That's a great recommendation. We are actually working with District on when they will be launching their digital sales option. You can list digital sales on Etsy. You can put them on your own websites. You can do lots of things with digital sales. I obviously love digital sales because I'm a graphic designer. So I highly suggest digital sales. One, it's passive income. You do the work once and it's something that you will have to market over and over again, but you don't have to You don't have to create it, but you can revise it, as I'm doing right now. I'm actually revising my entire Mickey ear sewing patterns and all these things to be a little, I'm elevating my skills. And after making Mickey ears for so long, I've realized like, no, these need to actually be shaped a little differently and have different things on them. So I'm actually upping those and revising them. So is it truly passive? Yes, but can it always get better, and can you keep working on it? Yes. So digital sales, 100%, whether you're selling courses, we have a course. I just linked it to the business membership, and actually that's a little outdated. I created that before there were like a bunch of course websites out there. There are now like all these really cool websites that create courses for you. I think Canva, I tried to play with it, but Canva, I'll master it. That'll be one of my skills that I want to master this year. And then I'll show you guys how to create courses in Canva. But you can literally do a course as basic as how to create one project that you have all the pieces for, or you can go all the way to the other side where it's like, let me create a course on how to fully sew and create projects and all the things, you know. So, and that does not limit it to DIY. That can be anything really. You can create courses on everything. I have a hard time with courses because you have to continually promote them, but I know a lot of people who have made a ton of money doing courses. I need a course on Canva. I would love to create a course on Canva. The hard thing about Canva is they come out with so many new things all the time that I'm like, okay, I gotta catch up because there's so many things on there. But I heart Canva so much. What software do you use the most? That's a really good question, Jennifer. So for video editing, I use Adobe. No, it's an Adobe. No, it's not. Scratch that, all of it. See, this is why I should have filmed and edited a video. For video editing, I use Final Cut Pro, but I started with iMovie because I always suggest starting where you are with what you have, and iMovie was already on my laptop. But I upgraded to Final Cut Pro. You do not need Adobe Premiere or Adobe After Effects. Those are for fancy video editors. But if you're a video editor, I do highly suggest learning those skills because those skills will elevate you out of the mediocre market where I am. As I just paid to have an editor edit this really cool video, and I literally was like, that's why they get paid the big bucks. So Illustrator is what I use to create my SVG files. Silhouette Studio is where I love to create my patterned SVG files, and these will be Design With Me videos that are coming out this year. My Mondays will be design videos. My Wednesdays will be business live or pre-recorded. And then Fridays hits probably next Friday. I had like next week set up to be my kickoff for these new videos. So what other programs do I use? Canva. Okay, I love Canva for my YouTube thumbnails, for my newsletter graphics, for promo, for for my planner designing. I typically would use InDesign, but I feel like Canva has jumped its game and knocked InDesign. Give and take. If I'm doing a huge design project, I use InDesign because Adobe is set up for mass producing like product and design programs. But I highly suggest if you are looking at doing any Adobe training, just go to your local community college and take a class. It would be worth it because you'll learn the program front to back. And there's probably courses out there, but it's just really hard to like know what courses are worth it. I just took community college classes on all of the Adobe suite. Do you think it's worth paying for the Canva membership? I think it's worth it because it works a lot for me in what I do. It really depends on what you do. If you just need promo material, there's so much stuff on the, actually, sometimes I forget what's on the free side because I've been paying for it for so long. So I don't even really pay attention to like, if I used stuff that has like the crown on it, but I think it actually is like highly worth it. But if you are going to be using it all the time, if you're not, then it's not. You can do what you need to do with it. Does that make sense? If you're in there every day, like I constantly have at least like 5 Canva tabs open at once. I actually am starting to love it for video. Like I almost use it like After Effects now. Sometimes I will bring in a finished video, and if I want to put like graphics or text on it, Canva is just the best way to do that, because they have so many elements and so many easy things for video editing. And I just started using it for video editing. So there's that. Okay, what else was in my business video? Topics that I was going to talk about. Questions, comments, concerns, transfers, testimonies. Any resolutions for 2025? Mine, I think I told you guys yesterday, is work. Which was so good because I'm doing the Bible in the Year with Nikki Gumbel, and it's on the Bible app. And literally he talked about work today as designed. We are designed to work, and we are designed to like take joy and pride in our work that the Lord has like blessed us with the ability to do. And it made me feel so much better, because at first I was like, I feel weird picking a word that feels like I'm trying to be a workaholic, but I'm not. I'm trying to just work hard at anything I do, not just work. Like if I'm called to do laundry, I'm gonna work hard at it. If I'm called to rest, I'm gonna work hard at resting. If I'm called to just be in a good mood because I'm cranky, it's gonna take some work. I'm gonna work at it. So I need a Canva course, says Kelly. Resolution to actually get my shop up and running. I love it. So that is something we are doing as Shop Auntie Tay sellers, is I'm putting out challenges for you guys to like list more things, to up your photos, to challenge each other, to go live with each other. I have a meeting with District on Friday, and that's where I'm finalizing the live stuff that I want to make sure is set in place before I let you guys go willy-nilly with your lives. So you guys will be able to go live hopefully by next week, and we're gonna send some challenges out to like pair up with a buddy, find a business buddy. Like we're gonna have a bunch of those things, like check it off. It actually reminds me of our 2020 challenge that I created. I'm gonna create one like that just for you guys. I'm gonna put that on my notes to do. Create challenge checklist 2025 version. Ooh, that's gonna be fun. I just love bubbling things in. So I have my socials linked. Start a shop, Kelly's resolution. My word for this year are reset and be healed, be healed, be healing, be heal. My Velcro baby is my job. I start work at 6 a.m. and don't stop until 9 p.m. I need to learn to create boundaries. Your Velcro baby? What is a Velcro baby? My resolution is to get my business up and running. I would love a business buddy. Okay, so I'm gonna put that in my notes. Business buddy. I love that. We're gonna put you guys together. We're gonna buddy you guys up and challenge you guys together, because I know that lives can be scary, and if you can do them together, that'll be good. And then we'll be Zooming together too. So I'm gonna have a open Zoom sesh for just come and work on your business together, and then I'll have open Zoom sessions where, and that'll actually be our Zoom sessions, will be like random times. Like right now I'm cutting a ton of fabric, so it'd be a great time to just open the Zoom sesh and then be like, okay, I'm gonna cut like 18 yards of fabric. Any questions? Like, what are you guys struggling with, working on, victories? A Velcro baby is my 6-month-old who is stuck to my hip and doesn't let me do anything that doesn't involve her. Okay, I get it now. Your Velcro baby. It's been a while since I've had one, and I haven't had a Velcro baby really. Both my kids were not super clingy, so I don't know what that feels like, but eat it up, because it's going to go by fast, and one day you will not have a Velcro baby Velcroed to you, and you'll have all the time in the world. And actually, that is why my word this year, I'm okay with it being work, because about 6 years ago, I was looking at a studio. It was before the studio that I have. I opted not to get it. I opted to work from home, because when we were looking for it, the lady who was showing us the building said, Yeah, my kids used to, because I had my daughter with me and she was like, my kids used to be that size, but now they just are in college and all I can do is work. Like, that's all I have time to do now. And I was just like, you know what? I can work like crazy when they're older and they're not Velcroed to me and don't need me or want me that much anymore because they're teenagers. So I'm gonna eat up this season of life and I'm gonna do what I love doing, which is work in my business. And also I love my kids, and if they want to spend time with me, of course I'm gonna stop everything I'm doing to hang out with them. But just remind yourself like this too shall pass, but also eat it up, because I know it's frustrating and it's hard, and life can be overwhelming when your kids are little, but it really does like end. I know people say all the time like it goes fast, but it ends. Like if I could have realized that, I would have been like, what? Like it ends? Like it ends. Like you don't have a little kid anymore once they're big. You still have them, but you don't have a little kid. It's weird. I have a 21-year-old, 13-year-old, and now she is an amazing oops. Oh, and I bet that helps having older siblings. That's how my sister was with her kids, because you're like, you have extra hands to help you. I can say enjoy your Velcro, baby. I miss mine. They are grown. It's just a weird thing. I need to put all the energy and time I give my job into starting my own business. So Barbara, that is hard, because you gotta work your job. You gotta make your money to pay your bills. So I totally get it. And that's one of the reasons why I'm editing a video called Debt Free Business. And if I don't get it edited, I will pop in live and talk about all the things I talk about in that video. But it's really important to hustle while you can, so that one day you can focus just on your business. I've actually seen a few people get there and do that, and it's really exciting when that happens, because your time frees up and then you're able to focus even more on your business. And then you usually, if you're already on a good scale with your business, then it just that much more, because your time is now locked in on your business. So DIYs. So a couple product research things I did, I listened to, talked about that bows are very in, which is funny because I already had it on my docket to do bows because I love bows. But I've been doing bows for a long time, so I'm not just doing it because it's a fad. But there is like product research that says bows are in and they are selling well. Am I a big fan of trends? No. However, if you can work that trend into what you're planning to do long term, then go for it. Add some bows to what you're doing, but don't change your whole business over to bows because one product research development says bows are the thing. And then product research also says the kits are a thing. I think that's also something I was really going towards just because I think it's super fun, but it does say that kits are going to do well. The interesting is that my job is related to fashion production, so I have resources and exporting knowledge. The interesting thing is that, and that's one thing, is if you're learning skills in your job to help with your business, that's even better, because you're gonna know so much more than the average person just jumping into their business. And you can start with stepping stones that are already established, so that's really good. Information that can be used for my business. Exactly what I was saying, Barbara. So don't take any season that you're in as a waste of time. You are always learning, you are always growing some way, somehow, and you are always building on something that you can work into your next season or step. If that's not true, then be more intentional this year, or focus a little bit more on what are you learning in this season. You might not know, and you might not even know, and that's fine, because you might not know until you're looking back and going, oh my gosh, I was able to do this because I was doing that in my last season. So I think about just the marketing of myself and learning how to just like market myself, and all the other things I was doing just naturally, seamlessly came into everything I do now. So lots of things, actually. I look back. How do I start to get a client base? That itself will be a marketing video. We will talk about that as well. But like I just said, it really depends on what you are doing. But I can come up with a formula for you, but you really do need to fine tune it to how your business works and what your business needs. So for example, if you create sports apparel and goods, you are going to be going to sports events and games to market yourself. Whereas if I'm over here creating online video education for brands, I'm going to go to the events where the brands are so I can show them what I want. A way I did it this year, because I have a little bit of a budget for it right now, is I created a very professional video, filmed with a creator, with a professional videographer and a professional editor, that I am sending out for 2025 to my sponsors and saying, here's what I got for you, here's what I'm offering, here's how we're gonna do it. So do you need a professional videographer and an editor? No. Can you take a risk and put yourself out there on a phone camera and send out a video to who you want to work with this year? Yes. Do I highly suggest that? Yes, because I think a general email is one thing, but sending out a video with your face on it and saying, hey guys, I just wanted you to know I'm doing charcuterie boards for realtors and I'm sending this video out to all the realtors I know. Feel free to share it with your realtor friends. I would love to offer you guys 50% off for your first basket that I'm creating for realtor home sales this year. Take what you're doing, create something, and again, if that's something you don't know how to do, that's where that elevate your skills. Learn how to film a product, learn how to go live, learn how to make a video, learn how to market yourself. And so social media is a huge tool we have, of course, but it's saturated with influencers and entertainment and all these things, which is fine. There's no problem in that. But when you're trying to educate and you're trying to build a brand to like help people and inspire people, it's just hard when it's muddled up with like dog videos, which is fine because I fall asleep to dog videos too. So no judgment. We need the dog videos. But social media, while it is a great tool for marketing yourself, it can also be daunting and overwhelming. That's why I'm kind of jumping into new ways to market yourself this year, because I'm over social media. Really, like, YouTube is my thing. I love YouTube. It is a search engine. So if you can create an educational video and put it on YouTube, I will have an entire video just on why YouTube is for everyone. It is not for just the person who wants 1 million subscribers. It is literally a tool that can be used for your small business in so many ways. And I can't wait to like share all this. I just want to like get it all out right now, but then that would take up your whole new year. And I don't want to do that. Need to spend money to make money. It shows you are serious and willing to spend the money. Yes, Barbara. And you do need to spend money to make money. However, you don't have to spend money to start making money. That's a great slogan that I'm gonna have to remember, because I highly suggest debt-free business. I'm gonna have a whole video on it and how to start a debt-free business and how to stay debt-free and all the things. One thing I am so glad I have that knowledge, again, that past knowledge of getting out of debt and learning all these life skills before starting a business from the ground up. I don't want to go into debt. I don't want it to go into debt. I'm going to do everything in my power to not go into debt. So I'm going to invest every penny I have. This is a very, very tight year. I'm going into a year that is extremely tight for me. I am like watching every dollar like a hawk and being like, we are no longer just going to Disneyland. We are doing things that are going to start generating this business, because this business has been needing that for a while. So I am watching everything like a hawk, but that's because I refuse to go into debt for my business. And so while yes, you have to spend money to make money, if you're not making any money, don't spend money yet, okay? Because there will be times in the future that you can spend more money to make more money. What are your thoughts on Facebook Marketplace? I think that's a great place to sell, honestly, Kelly. I think that you are definitely going to grow in who you meet. I just met an amazing printer company because I sold one of my printers on Facebook Marketplace. So if you are trying to build a local clientele Facebook Marketplace is awesome. I also like after I sell a couple things, I'm like, wow, there are like so many people outside of the screen that I talk to all the time that I want to get to know in person eventually. So I think it's great for being just getting to know people. You never know like who's gonna buy your stuff or why they're gonna buy it, and that is just such a good way for you to deliver services really well, save on shipping if you're going to deliver stuff or meet up to do stuff. I highly suggest Facebook Marketplace. I think that it's a great solution to somebody who might have a bigger project that they're selling, or you want to start growing your in-person clientele. So you'll be able to sell during lives on Shop Auntie Tay. I'm thinking pen and tumbler pools. Yes, you will definitely be able to sell live on Shop Auntie Tay, and you'll be able to create listings right on your live. So while you are live, if somebody, like say you're just crafting and you're like, I'm making 10 of these, does anyone want one? You can be like, okay, I have pink right here. Does anybody want a pink Mickey ear kit? Okay, I'm gonna list it, and then bam, it gives them a link and they can go to it, and I think they get like 10 minutes after your live to be able to check out and purchase it. So I'm just nailing down all the details before I really like push you guys going live, but it'll be available by next week, and you guys can go crazy. You guys can have fun. You guys can go live, buddy up with someone. I have to figure out a way to like get you guys into a buddy system where, and maybe it's even like it changes every month. You get a new buddy every month, and I'm challenging you to go live with them. I think that's just going to be really fun, especially because you guys will be broadcasted to each other's social medias. So if you go live with me, you'll be broadcasted on my social medias. It's a great way for you to show off a product that you're selling. Happy New Year and greeting from Arkansas. Hello, Alicia. Okay, so Wednesdays, business chats, all right? I probably will do a lot of them live, and I probably will have some pre-recorded just to make sure that we have stuff every Wednesday. And then for all of you all asking for the Canva course, see, this is why I love going live, because it's almost like an in-person event where I can do this like actual questioning of what you guys want. Canva course will be included in design with me videos, because I already have some Canva stuff on there that's coming out, so I think you guys are going to be excited. But I do need to do some more like basic Canva stuff, because honestly it's so user friendly and it's so versatile, and they have so many things, including AI creation, which for mock-ups, oh my gosh, do you guys want to know how to make mock-ups on Canva, like out of your brain, that are going to be different than everyone else's mock-ups? Okay, I'll put it in the lineup. So, anyone in North Georgia and want in a person business meetup? Oh, I like that idea too, Clarita, doing in-person buddies. That would be really cool to see you guys like not just but the cool thing is about going live with each other through your screens is you can broadcast to your Facebook and your Instagram and your Facebook and your Instagram. You're literally tapping 4 social medias. Then you go with 3 people and you're on. So for the question on how are you marketing, Shop Auntie Tay is going to be one of those places that really helps you build a clientele, because I want to buddy you guys up with people who are different than your business. So maybe a laser person with a Cricut person, or a seamstress with a laser person, and how you guys can work together and all the things. Barbara, I'm in the same boat, bettering myself and moving forward. I love it. It sounds like everybody is pretty optimistic for this year. As much as I know life can just throw curveballs, I'm just used to them by now. I feel like I'm like a master curveball hitter. Because I don't want to say that, because you never know. That's what a curveball is, right? You never know when it's coming. So yeah, I don't want to get too like cocky in the fact that I know how to handle hard situations, but I've handled some pretty hard situations in the last 3 years, so I think I'm pretty good at it. I'm so interested in all of this, but overwhelmed at the same time. I'm sorry, Jen, and I don't know how to not overwhelm people sometimes, because I'm just like a little squirrel when it comes to my business. I love like the ideas and all the things. No, I don't want to report you. I want to express my gratitude to you as your videos of making Wire Disney Mickey characters ignited my passion for creativity and became a vital outlet for my mental well-being. You're welcome and thank you. That's so cool. That's why I do what I do. I literally would stop if nobody was doing the tutorials or trying things. Like, I've told myself that many times, and actually when I first started my YouTube channel, I was like, you know how I'll know when I make it is when I start seeing people create the things that I'm trying to get them to create. And now, like, you guys are creating stuff all the time, and it's just literally the thing that keeps me going, because I'm like, they need to know this. I'm literally working on this new technique, and somebody needs to know this. I'm just going to jump in the water and swim. You do that, Jen, and we're here for you. And join us in Zooms and join us on Wednesday lives. And hopefully I won't be so like, because some of it will already be out, and I won't be like, I just want to tell you all the things. So this is how you know she's excited about it. It is how you know. Where is Blonde You? I know my cover photo is the only business photos I have that I did like in 2021. My hair was so blonde. My hair is natural right now to right here. You can see this is the longest my natural hair has ever been since I was like a teenager. So no hate. Yeah, I get it. We love blonde hair. Blondes have so much more fun, right? But I'm not trying to have fun. I'm trying to work this year, guys. I'm trying to work and have long hair because I'm healthy mentally and internally and all the things. So that hair on that thumbnail was bleach and extensions, just so you know. So I'm way more proud of my natural brown hair right now. I've traded my Disney ears with a cast member, traded for the 4 fast passes to Avatar. Okay, Barbara's unlocked a new life hack. I never thought of that. I am literally going to stalk the next time I go with like DIYs and be like, do you want some DIYs? Get us on Peter Pan. Is this a class you are offering? Which one? So I'm not sure what you're talking about, Kelly. Class. So we have shopauntitay.com, and if you become a seller there, you're gonna get lots of behind the scenes stuff because you'll become an Auntie Tay business member, and then you'll have access to our Zooms and access to me and my knowledge, even though I'm trying to put the knowledge out on YouTube every week. I've been so excited about launching with District. I'm looking for some more quilted projects to sew. That's so exciting. So yeah, I love the seamstresses that are coming out on District on our Shop Auntie Tay site, because personally I just love sewing, and I love seeing people keep that alive. So keep sewing, guys. Keep listing sewing projects. It's honestly a skill that not a lot of people want to have because they need to be patient and they need to have like it's just something that you're going to always be needed for something. I feel like that's like just a skill, but people like, it's like crochet. Like, not everybody's gonna wanna do it, but we all appreciate it, you know? Okay, I will see you guys a lot, but next Wednesday, if you want another business video, and I'll be popping in live randomly. I've got my glue gun fired up. I'm gonna be testing this bad boy out. He's cool. He's battery operated. So far, he's been on for like an hour already, and he's still going strong. Need to get back into sewing and pattern making. Pattern making is another one that is like, if you can create products for other people to create, do it. Do it. And I really want to see more people using their Cricut to cut patterns. So I have not seen that take off since the Maker series came out. I feel like that's the only reason the Maker series elevates itself above all the other Explore series, is that it does fabric, and I just don't see a lot of people doing it. Even the other influencers that sew, I don't see them doing it a lot. So maybe it's just because it's not as easy as like you want it to be, but I think it's pretty cool. So I'm actually testing out my new pattern that I'm coming out with on it. You're welcome, Kelly. All right, I'll see you guys next week or in another crafting video. Love you guys. Bye.